Imagine for a moment leaving everything you know behind. Picture yourself on a vessel sailing across an endless expanse of blue, far from the clamour and rush of the modern world. Your destination is a mere speck in the vastness of the ocean, a place so remote it seems almost mythical. This is Tristan da Cunha, the most isolated inhabited island on Earth, nestled in the heart of the South Atlantic, more than 2,000 miles from the nearest continental landmass. Here, time itself seems to move at a different rhythm, a gentle, unhurried pace dictated by the seasons and the sea, not by the relentless ticking of a clock. Life on this volcanic outpost is a world away from our own. It's a community bound by shared history and profound isolation, a living testament to human resilience and adaptation in one of our planet's most challenging environments. As we journey together into the heart of this extraordinary place, we will uncover the unique traditions, the remarkable wildlife, and the deep sense of belonging that defines the islanders. But there is more to this island than just its remoteness. As we peel back the layers of this fascinating society, we will discover facets of life that are both deeply familiar and utterly astonishing. And I must tell you, the final revelation we will uncover is something truly unexpected, a detail about this island that will likely change the way you see it forever. It's a secret held by the islanders, a testament to their unique place in the world. So, I invite you to stay with me, to journey to the very end as we explore the remarkable, resilient, and truly remote world of Tristan da Cunha. Our journey to this remote sanctuary begins not with the roar of a jet engine, but with the gentle hum of a ship's motor and the whisper of the wind. There are no runways carved into this volcanic landscape, no terminals to welcome streams of visitors. Access to Tristan da Cunha is a privilege earned through patience and perseverance. The only way in, and indeed the only way out, is by sea. A voyage that spans 7 long days, a modern-day odyssey across the temperamental South Atlantic from the shores of South Africa. This is not a journey for the impatient. As the coastline of Africa recedes into a hazy memory, the world shrinks to the confines of the vessel. Days bleed into one another, marked only by the rising and setting of the sun over an unbroken horizon. There is a profound sense of commitment in this passage, a stripping away of the instant gratification that defines our modern lives. The anticipation builds with each passing nautical mile, a slow-burning excitement for the land that lies ahead. It's an experience that filters out the casual tourist, ensuring that those who arrive do so with a deep appreciation for the distance they have travelled. The ship becomes a microcosm of society, a floating community of scientists, officials, returning islanders, and a handful of fortunate visitors. Bonds are forged over shared meals and hours spent scanning the waves, searching for the first glimpse of land. This journey is an integral part of the Tristan experience. It recalibrates the soul, forcing one to surrender to the rhythm of the ocean. It is a pilgrimage in a sense, preparing you for the unique world you are about to enter. A world where time is measured not in minutes, but in the turning of the tides. And then, after a week of endless ocean, it appears. A dark, formidable peak, rising dramatically from the waves, often wreathed in cloud. Queen Mary's Peak, the volcanic heart of the island, is the first and only sentinel. The sight is breathtaking, a reward for the long days at sea. There is no grand harbour, only a small precarious landing at the foot of the settlement. The final stage of the journey, a transfer by a small boat or pinnace through the Atlantic swell, is a final, thrilling test. A dramatic and fitting entrance to the world's most remote inhabited island. To step ashore on Tristan da Cunha is to step into a world where community is not just a concept, but the very fabric of existence. The island is home to a population that hovers around 240 individuals, a number so small that the idea of anonymity simply does not exist. Here, everyone knows everyone. They know their parents, their grandparents, their cousins, and their children. Life unfolds not in private, but in the shared space of the settlement, known simply as Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. It is a place where every joy is celebrated collectively, and every hardship is borne together. Walking through the single main road of the settlement, one is greeted not by the hurried, averted gazes of a city, but by warm smiles and familiar waves. Doors are rarely locked, and children play freely, watched over by the entire community as if they were one large, extended family. The social dynamics are intricate and deeply rooted, tracing back through generations to the island's first settlers. There are only a handful of surnames on the island: Glass, Green, Hagen, Lavarello, Patterson, Repetto, and Swain. A living lineage that tells the story of the island's founding. This close-knit structure shapes every aspect of daily life. When a fishing boat returns with a successful catch, the bounty is shared. When a house needs building or repairing, hands from across the community come together to help, a practice they call All Hands Day. This is not charity, it is the fundamental operating system of the island, a system born of necessity and nurtured by isolation. It's a stark contrast to the individualism that so often pervades modern society. A reminder of our innate human need for connection and mutual support. Of course, living in such close quarters has its own unique challenges. Privacy is a rare commodity, and disagreements, though infrequent, can ripple through the entire community. Yet, the overwhelming spirit is one of unity. The islanders have an unspoken understanding that their survival and well-being depend entirely on one another. This profound sense of interdependence creates a social resilience that is perhaps the island's most remarkable feature. A human ecosystem as unique and finely balanced as the natural one that surrounds it. In a place defined by its isolation, it is perhaps no surprise that language itself has evolved in a unique and fascinating way. The people of Tristan da Cunha speak English, but it is an English coloured and shaped by the island's singular history. Listening to the islanders converse is to hear a living artifact, a dialect that has developed over 2 centuries, blending the accents and idioms of its diverse settlers. It is a form of English that you will hear nowhere else on the planet, a melodic and sometimes cryptic tongue that is the true voice of the island. The origins of this dialect are a tapestry woven from the voices of its founders, English, Scottish and American sailors, Italian castaways, and Saint Hellenian women. Each group brought with them their own linguistic quirks, their own ways of turning a phrase. Over generations, isolated from outside influence, these elements have melded into a distinct patois. Words are often clipped, vowels are pronounced differently, and the sentence structure can sometimes feel inverted to an outsider's ear. It is a language perfectly adapted to its environment. For example, islanders might refer to going up the mountain to tend their potato patches, a phrase steeped in daily reality. They have unique words for local weather conditions, for types of fish, and for the social customs that govern their lives. This vocabulary is not just descriptive, it is a repository of communal knowledge passed down from parent to child. To understand the Tristanian dialect is to gain a deeper insight into what it means to live here, to see the world through the eyes of an islander. This unique language is a powerful badge of identity. In a world that is becoming increasingly homogenized, the Tristanian dialect is a defiant expression of cultural independence. It binds the community together, a shared code that reinforces their sense of belonging. When islanders travel abroad, their accent immediately marks them as a Tristan, a source of immense pride. It is a reminder that even in the most remote corners of our world, human culture remains endlessly creative, constantly adapting and evolving in beautiful and unexpected ways. The constant silent companion to life on Tristan da Cunha is the magnificent and menacing volcano that forms the island itself. Queen Mary's Peak, rising over 6,700 feet into the sky, is not a dormant relic of a bygone age. It is, in fact, an active volcano, a living, breathing entity that shapes every aspect of existence here. Its presence is a source of both profound beauty and, honestly, a perpetual, underlying risk. To live on Tristan is to accept a pact with this powerful force of nature, to respect its power while carving out a life at its feet. The history of the island is punctuated by the volcano's dramatic interventions. The most significant event in recent memory occurred in 1961. A flank eruption near the settlement forced the entire population to evacuate, to abandon their homes and their world for the unfamiliar shores of England. It was a traumatic, dislocating experience for a people so deeply connected to their land. The eruption created a new scar on the landscape, a lava flow that stands today as a dark, rugged reminder of the mountain's capabilities. Yet, the islanders' connection to their home proved stronger than their fear. Despite being offered a new life in Britain, the vast majority chose to return 2 years later, to rebuild their lives in the shadow of the peak. This act of collective will speaks volumes about their resilience and their bond with this volatile paradise. They understand the risks, but the pull of home, of this specific place on Earth, is just irresistible. They have learned to live with the uncertainty, monitoring the volcano's subtle moods and trusting in their preparedness. Today, the volcano is more than just a threat, it is the very source of life. Its fertile slopes provide the ground for the all-important potato patches. Its high peaks comb moisture from the passing clouds, providing the fresh water that sustains the community. The islanders view the mountain with a mixture of reverence and pragmatism. It is their landmark, their water tower, their garden, and, well, their greatest potential danger, all in one. This complex relationship, one of dependence and respect for an untamable power, is at the very core of the Tristanian identity. In a world where travel has become almost effortless for many, Tristan da Cunha stands apart. One does not simply decide to visit this island, one must be invited. This is not a matter of snobbery or exclusion, but of sheer practicality and a deep-seated desire to preserve a unique way of life. The island has a strict, formal policy that governs all visits. Prospective travellers, whether they be journalists, scientists, or simply curious adventurers, must submit a formal request to the Island Council months, sometimes years in advance. The reasons for this are manifold. With a population of just over 200 people and extremely limited resources, the island simply cannot support an influx of unmanaged tourism. There are no hotels, resorts, or commercial tourist facilities. Visitors typically stay in one of the few guest houses or are hosted by a local family, becoming a temporary part of the community. Every visitor must be approved, their purpose understood, and their impact carefully considered. The council must weigh the potential benefits of the visit against the strain on the island's infrastructure. This meticulous planning process extends to the very logistics of arrival. Securing a berth on one of the infrequent fishing or supply vessels is a challenge in itself. The schedule is subject to the whims of the weather and the demands of the fishing season. This means that any trip to Tristan requires immense flexibility and a willingness to surrender control. It is a system designed to ensure that those who arrive are not just passing through, but are genuinely invested in understanding and respecting the island's culture and environment. Ultimately, this policy is a form of protection. It shields the close-knit community from the disruptive effects of mass tourism and preserves the island's pristine natural environment. It ensures that the unique social fabric, woven over 2 centuries of isolation, is not unraveled by outside pressures. The invitation-only rule is a testament to the islanders' foresight and their commitment to safeguarding their heritage. It makes a visit to Tristan not just a trip, but a rare and precious privilege granted by the community itself. High on the windswept slopes above the settlement lies a patchwork quilt of green, a landscape that is the heart and soul of Tristanian life. These are the potato patches, a series of small, family-owned plots of land where the island's staple crop is cultivated. For the people of Tristan, potatoes are more than just food. They are a currency, a tradition, and a cornerstone of the community. Tending to the patches is a ritual that connects the islanders to their land and to each other, a practice passed down through generations. The journey to the patches is a daily or weekly pilgrimage for many families. It involves a strenuous trek or a bumpy ride in one of the island's few rugged vehicles up the steep volcanic slopes. Here, amidst the stunning scenery, families work their ancestral plots. The methods are traditional, relying on manual labor and a deep, intuitive understanding of the soil and the climate. Planting, tending, and harvesting are communal affairs, with family members of all ages working side by side. The potato harvest is one of the most important events in the island's calendar. It is a time of hard work, but also of great sociability. Families help one another, sharing labor and laughter as they unearth their precious crop. The yield from these patches is crucial for the island's self-sufficiency, reducing reliance on expensive imported goods. A family's wealth and well-being can be measured, in part, by the success of their potato harvest. The potatoes are stored for the year, eaten daily, and are a source of immense pride. Beyond their practical importance, the patches serve a vital social function. They are a place where stories are shared, where children learn the value of hard work from their elders, and where the community reinforces its bonds away from the main settlement. The simple act of farming potatoes becomes a powerful expression of Tristanian identity. It represents their resilience, their connection to the past, and their enduring ability to thrive in this isolated corner of the world, all rooted in the rich volcanic soil of their island home. Because of its extreme isolation, Tristan da Cunha and its surrounding archipelago are a sanctuary for wildlife, a place where nature has been allowed to flourish with minimal human interference. The islands are a biological treasure, home to species found nowhere else on Earth. The skies are filled with the calls of seabirds, and the waters teem with life. For a naturalist, this is a place of pilgrimage, a glimpse into a world as it might have been before the widespread impact of humanity. The sense of wonder one feels here is, honestly, profound and humbling. The archipelago is one of the most important breeding grounds for seabirds in the South Atlantic. Millions of them come here to nest, creating a cacophony of sound and a whirlwind of motion. Great shearwaters, sooty albatrosses, and the magnificent Tristan albatross with its enormous wingspan glide effortlessly on the perpetual winds. And then there is the Atlantic yellow-nosed albatross, a species that breeds almost exclusively within this small island group. Their courtship rituals and parenting duties unfold here, far from the predators and disturbances of continental lands. But perhaps the most iconic resident is the northern rockhopper penguin. With their comical bouncing gait and striking yellow crests, these charismatic birds are truly a delight to observe. They navigate the treacherous volcanic rocks with incredible agility, launching themselves from the churning sea to return to their bustling colonies. Watching them is to witness a masterclass in adaptation, a species perfectly honed to thrive in this challenging coastal environment. Their presence adds a touch of whimsical charm to the island's rugged character. The surrounding ocean is just as rich. The cold, nutrient-rich waters support a healthy population of Tristan rock lobster, the backbone of the island's economy. Seals haul themselves out onto the rocky shores, their sleek bodies basking in the fleeting sunshine. And in the deeper waters, whales pass by on their ancient migratory routes. This abundance is fiercely protected by the islanders, who understand that their own future is inextricably linked to the health of this extraordinary natural kingdom. Extreme isolation is the defining force that shapes every facet of daily life on Tristan da Cunha. It dictates the rhythm of the days, the flow of goods, and really, the very mindset of the people. Imagine a life where the nearest supermarket is a 7-day sea voyage away. This is the reality for the islanders. They are masters of planning, patience, and self-sufficiency. The arrival of a supply ship, which happens only 8 or 9 times a year, is the most significant event on the island, a moment of intense activity and excitement. When the ship is sighted, the entire island mobilizes. All other work stops. The small harbour becomes a hive of activity, as islanders work tirelessly, often for days, to unload precious cargo. Everything from flour and sugar to building materials, vehicle parts, and mail from the outside world must be brought ashore. Each box and crate is a vital link to a world far beyond the horizon. The process is entirely dependent on the weather. A sudden Atlantic storm can delay the unloading for days, leaving the ship and its vital supplies tantalizingly out of reach. This reliance on infrequent deliveries fosters a profound culture of resourcefulness. Nothing is wasted on Tristan. Objects are repaired, repurposed, and reused until they can be used no more. Islanders are expert mechanics, builders, and innovators, able to fix a diesel generator or mend a fishing net with equal skill. This make-do and mend philosophy is not a lifestyle choice. It is a necessity for survival. It has bred a population with a deep practical knowledge and a remarkable ability to solve problems with the limited resources at hand. The isolation also shapes the island's connection to time. Life is not governed by the frantic pace of 24-hour news cycles or instant communication. While the internet has arrived, connectivity can be slow and unreliable. Instead, life follows the seasons, the fishing calendar, and the shipping schedule. There is a calmness, a deliberateness to the way things are done. This slower pace, born of isolation, is something that many in the outside world have forgotten, and it is perhaps one of Tristan's most precious, if unseen, treasures. In the crucible of isolation, the people of Tristan da Cunha have forged a community spirit of extraordinary strength. Cooperation is not just a social nicety, it is the bedrock of their society, an unbreakable bond that ensures their collective survival and prosperity. This spirit manifests in countless ways, both large and small, every single day. It is visible in the shared labour of unloading a ship, and in the quiet support offered to a neighbour in need. This is a community that truly functions as a single, cohesive unit. One of the most powerful examples of this is the island's approach to its main industry, fishing for the Tristan rock lobster. The fishery is communally managed, and its profits benefit the entire population. The money generated from this sustainable enterprise funds the island's government, paying for healthcare, education, and all public services. This means that every islander, whether they work on the fishing boats or not, has a stake in its success. It is a model of economic fairness that many larger nations could learn from. This collaborative ethos extends to times of crisis. When the 1961 volcanic eruption forced their evacuation, the community held together in exile in England. They resisted efforts to resettle them permanently and voted overwhelmingly to return to their damaged home, a collective decision to face the challenges of rebuilding together. This shared history of overcoming adversity has only strengthened their bonds, creating a deep well of mutual trust and reliance that they draw upon to this day. Even on an individual level, the instinct to help is deeply ingrained. If a family faces illness or hardship, the community rallies around them without a second thought, providing food, childcare, and emotional support. This is the island's social safety net, woven not from policies and programs, but from genuine human connection and a shared sense of responsibility. It is this powerful, unspoken pact of mutual support that allows this tiny community to thrive against the odds. A shining example of what people can achieve when they work together. We have journeyed across the ocean, explored the life and land of this remote island, and met the resilient community that calls it home. But I promised you a final, shocking revelation. It is not a tale of pirates or buried treasure, but something far more profound and relevant to our modern world. The secret of Tristan da Cunha lies in the health of its people. In this tiny, isolated community, researchers have discovered an astonishingly low prevalence of common asthma and related allergies. This is not a mere statistical anomaly. Meticulous genetic and environmental studies have been conducted here for decades, turning the island into a unique living laboratory. Scientists believe that the islanders' genetic isolation, combined with a low allergen environment far from the industrial pollution and diverse antigens of the developed world, has resulted in a population with a fundamentally different immune response. They are a window into a human condition that has been largely lost in our hyper-sanitized, globalized societies. The shocking part is what this implies. The very factors that contribute to our modern, comfortable lives, Our diverse diets, our travel, our urban environments may be the same factors that are programming our immune systems to overreact, leading to the dramatic rise in asthma and allergies seen worldwide. The people of Tristan, in their splendid isolation, have been protected from this trend. Their health provides a crucial baseline, a control group for humanity, helping scientists to unravel one of the great medical mysteries of our time. So, the greatest secret of the world's most remote island is not about its past, but about its potential to inform our future. It is the unexpected connection to the wider world, not through trade or tourism, but through its unique contribution to medical science. This small community, by virtue of simply existing where they do, holds a key to understanding diseases that affect hundreds of millions of people. It is a powerful and humbling reminder that the most isolated places on Earth can sometimes hold the most universal truths. Our journey to Tristan da Cunha has come to an end, but the echoes of this extraordinary place will surely remain with us. We have seen how a community can thrive in profound isolation, bound together by resilience, tradition, and an unbreakable spirit. From the perilous 7-day voyage to the secret held within their very DNA, Tristan da Cunha is a world of wonders, a testament to the enduring strength of human connection and our intricate relationship with the natural world. It challenges our notions of progress and reminds us of the value of community. Thank you for joining me on this voyage to one of the most hidden corners of our planet. It has been a privilege to share the story of this remarkable island and its people with you. If this journey has sparked your curiosity and your sense of wonder, please consider showing your support. A simple click on the like button and subscribing to the channel allows us to continue bringing these stories to light. For a warm welcome to our community of explorers, comment "I subscribe" below. The world is full of hidden places and untold stories, each with its own lessons and its own beauty. Tristan da Cunha is just one of them. I invite you to continue this journey of discovery with us as we venture into more remote landscapes and meet more fascinating communities in our future explorations. Until then, may you carry a piece of Tristan's quiet resilience with you and never lose your curiosity for the magnificent, sprawling, and endlessly surprising world we all share.